This Good Morning Northwest morning spread is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it's 6:53. Time to get you ready for your weekend here in the morning sprint. Olivia Roberts is catching you up on developments in the 2020 election. And if you are traveling over the passes today, Destiny Richards has everything you should know before you head out. But first, how long is the snow going to last? Here's Mark Peterson with your forecast.
Well, that's a great question. It's going to be where you live. In our first alert weather, look at the 4 things you need to know. It's going to be rain and snow today. The heaviest till about 10, and then we're going to see it taper off for Spokane, 11, 12 for Coeur d'Alene, but the mountains are going to hold on to it all night onto the passes. Download that First Alert weather app. It's free. It's in your app store, and it's got the radar right on it. You'll see what you need to see before you head out.
Yes, that's right. We are here west of Spokane. You can see I-90 behind me. The snow is definitely coming down a lot harder, which means it's definitely a worse condition for our mountain passes in the area. Right now on Snoqualmie Pass and Stevens Pass, they have similar conditions. Basically, chains required for all vehicles except all-wheel drives, and heavier vehicles are prohibited at this time. So if you do plan on traveling, just make sure you have warm clothes and a lot of emergency equipment so that you can travel safely.
All right, a 5.5 magnitude earthquake hit Nevada early this morning, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. That quake hit a little more than 20 miles southeast of Mena and was followed by aftershocks nearby. Mena is about 160 miles southeast of Reno. Earlier this year, Nevada saw its largest earthquake in 66 years when a 6.5 magnitude quake hit a remote area about 225 miles northwest of Las Vegas. Governor Jay Inslee addressed the state of Washington yesterday, announcing no new pandemic-related restrictions, but the governor did say that those measures are being considered. This comes as state officials express concern over the holidays and especially Thanksgiving, and people continue to urge people to limit their socializing and continue mask wearing and social distancing. You can read the very latest on our website at KXLY.com. Looking ahead today, Governor Brad Little in Idaho will hold a virtual press conference to update Idahoans on the state's COVID-19 response. It comes as coronavirus cases continue to surge in North Idaho. The Panhandle Health District says 151 more people tested positive in North Idaho yesterday. That brings the total number of cases to just over 7,100. The governor's press conference is scheduled for noon our time. You can watch it on the 4 News Now Facebook page.
As President-elect Joe Biden assembles his team, national, state, and private election officials are pushing back against President Trump's claims about voter fraud. Those officials say this election was actually the most secure in American history. A government and industry officials who coordinate election cybersecurity issued this joint statement. Keep in mind, these are President Trump's own agencies making this statement. It says in part, the November 3rd election was the most secure in American history. There is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. Meanwhile, a recount of nearly 5 million votes is underway in Georgia as we speak. It'll last until late Wednesday night.
ABC News and CNN have now officially called the presidential race in Arizona as a win for Joe Biden. The news comes as the state says it has finally finished counting its ballots more than a week after the election day. Despite results showing Biden will be the next president, he still isn't getting the intelligence briefings usually given to the president-elect shortly after the race is called. Those classified briefings include crucial national security information, and without them, the Biden transition team is unable to coordinate with the White House coronavirus task force. President Trump has not addressed the alarming increase in COVID cases. In fact, he hasn't said a word in public about anything for a week. And now a growing number of Republicans are coming forward to say it's time for the president to concede so Biden can start receiving those briefings. That includes at least 10 Republican senators, including Lindsey Graham and longtime Republican strategist Karl Rove, who advised the president during the campaign. In that article, Rove urged the president to do his part to unite the country by leading a peaceful transition and letting grievances go. All right, coming up next on Good Morning America, a new study using cell phone technology from millions of Americans found that restaurants are among likely hotspots for the spread of COVID-19. GMA investigates how safe you are when dining, even in an outdoor space, and how the type of structure you choose to dine in could impact the level of your exposure. All right, we'll get a final check of the weather with Mark Peterson coming up right after this.